This is social authentication, and this used to be very difficult to make. But now, in just a single command, you can install social logins to your Next.js app using Supabase UI. Let me show you how. First, you need to create or have, of course, a Next.js application, and then run the following command npx shadcn at latest init. So yes, the Supabase UI components are built using shadcn UI, so you can use all of these amazing UI components and make your app look like Vercel. I'm a big fan of Vercel. If you hate Vercel, let me know in the comments below. Now, once you have shadcn installed, you can now run the following command like npx shadcn at latest add button, and that should install a button component that you can use in your app. If you want to make your button bigger, there is a prop for that. If you want to change the color or the variant, there is a property for that. All of this are ready for you, so you don't have to worry about the design. And now that we have installed shadcn, it's time to create the social login. And it's honestly very easy. All you need to do is use the same command, but this time we're using the following URL. Which, by the way, if you open this URL, it's going to display this JSON object. This is called a registry. And you can actually build your own registry if you want to have your own custom component that you want to install through the add command. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video about that. Let's execute this command, and that should install the social login component. And now if we go back to our app, it should display this login with GitHub or connect with GitHub. And that's it. You have added the social login component to your app. But we are not done yet, because if we go back to the terminal, notice that we have this message that says you will need to set the following variables: the public Supabase URL and the publishable key. So we need to create a Supabase project and get all of these values. So we need to go to supabase.com and then create an account if you haven't already, and then create a new organization, and then create a project. Once you have created a project, just click this connect button and open the app frameworks tab, and then copy the following env. And then go back to VS Code, create a new file, and paste the environment variables. And make sure that you change the next public Supabase anon key to public Supabase publishable or anon key. And now, if we go back to the app and click continue, we got an error. Unsupported provider. Provider is not yet enabled. That is because we haven't set up the GitHub authentication just yet. So we need to go back to Supabase and go to authentication. And then under the configuration, open the sign-in/providers. Scroll down and look for GitHub. Here, you'll need to enable the provider and provide a client ID and a secret. You will get these credentials from GitHub developer settings. Here, create a new OAuth app. For the name, type your application name. I'll just put whatever, like Supabase OAuth. Just an example, okay? And then for the homepage URL, this is going to be localhost 3000. And then the callback URL, you can get this from Supabase provider or from Supabase GitHub provider. For the device flow, make sure that you leave this unchecked. Now click register. We should get the client ID, which is what you will put in the client ID field. And then for the client secret, you need to generate a new client secret and just copy and paste that in the client secret field. Hit save, and that should now be enabled. If we go back to our app and click continue with GitHub, we should be able to use our GitHub account to log in. There we go. And if we go back to the Supabase table, we should see the new user, and he used the provider GitHub. That said, if you wish to use a different provider like Google or Twitter, come on, it's now, seriously though, if you want to use them, you're just gonna need to go through different processes to enable them. Usually they're pretty straightforward, so it shouldn't be that hard to enable them. But if you want to see them in a video, let me know in the comments below. And that is how to use Supabase UI and add a social login to your Next.js app. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by liking this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to Better Stack so you won't miss our next upload. Thank you for watching. My name is Bernard, and I will see you in the next one.